What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are looking at Bitcoin today. Looking at Bitcoin, we finally, after 33 days, guys, we broke out of this range. It's not a fake out, all right? It's not, at least not yet. We still got a day to possibly fake ourselves out, but I think if we had this like little range here, right, we've definitely broken out of it. Okay, um, it looks convincing enough to me. And on the RSI, you rejected the 50 level. You literally went up to it, rejected it. That is a bad omen in itself. You likely will see this thing go into oversold territories. That would be my expectation. It could go up from here. It could go up in the meantime, but we did just break out of the range. I don't think that the low is in yet. I think that we're going to go lower. And where do we go lower? I've been calling for this for almost a month now. From low to high, I would expect that we go anywhere from between the 382 to the 0.69 area. And for a little while, I was convinced we might go just below this 382, but now I'm kind of more convinced that we might actually see the 618 come into play. If not the 0.5 at least. Something below 28K is kind of what my expectation is. If we were to take this low here to this high, we're kind of bouncing at the 1272 area here. The 1618 is just above the 0.5. This 28K area might be where we find our low, honestly. So I do think that we've got lower to come. I don't think that it's done yet. We did just break out of the range. So this is probably just the beginning of the end. And when I say the end, I don't mean that it's the end of this bull market. We're not going to go straight to the shitter. We are very likely going to have a higher high. Something that's below this purple line here, and from there, I would bet a lot of people are going to be fearful. I bet, right now, looking at the fear and greed index, we're at a neutral reading. After breaking out of this range that everyone was so bullish on, we're only at neutral. We're not fearful. It's going to take people to be fearful, a little bit panicky, thinking that, oh no, the bull market's over. We're going all the way back to 20K or lower, or we're going back to, whatever. We're going to, this looks like an M. You might see some people say things like we're forming an M pattern, but I don't think we are. Some people are going to say or call this a double top. This is not a double top, guys. A double top, let's see if we can find it. Like this is a double top, right? One wick here, one wick there, maybe two wicks there, whatever. That's a double top. This is not. This is too much meandering. It's to me, it's foreshadowing that this area will inevitably break. We'll go down, form a higher low, and then come up and shatter that. And when I say shatter it, we might not go to 50K, we might not go to 40K. Maybe we only go to 34 or 35K, something above the line, have another move down and then up. But this move up so far has been pretty methodical. But ultimately, just quick little notions in here. Looking at the daily, we rejected this 50. This does imply to me that we would likely see oversold zones. We rejected the 50 before and we did not see oversold zones. But we went lower than we are now in the RSI. So at least a little bit lower. But I would think, this isn't too normal. I would think that we do in fact see oversold prices or oversold readings. Looking at the, looking at the 4 hour, we're in the oversold area as we speak. We actually just got into it. We rejected it, it looks like. Damn. We likely will go lower from here. It's probably going to happen today. This will probably be a red day, in my opinion, if I had to guess, short of like a nice 4 hour move to the upside. But this doesn't look good. This is not good. And in fact, what I want to show you is any time that we've been oversold. Let's go back to the last time. Hopefully it's not a bad example. Okay, this is a bad example. So we got, I mean, not really, but kind of. We got oversold here, first instance, and then we proceeded to go lower, but we're kind of at that already, right? But I don't know. Bad example. A bad example. Let's do this. Let's see. Maybe put it in a different term. Okay, so we were moving, we weren't oversold for quite a while. Finally, we get oversold here for the first time, right, in a while. And what did we do? We moved low, and then we moved up, but we inevitably moved lower. It wasn't the end of it, is what I'm trying to get to. And this is kind of not a good example. Generally, in my opinion, what happens is, just like this here, you got overbought down here, but that wasn't the end of it. You actually moved up higher afterwards, and then you went down. Just like over here, right? You got overbought on this candle right here, like literally got overbought, not on that candle, on this one here, the smaller one, and then you proceeded to go higher afterwards, okay? You were oversold. You started being oversold here, and you went lower afterwards. So generally what I'm trying to get at is when you first get oversold or overbought after not being one of those for a while, generally you don't reverse as soon as you get. I know it's called the oversold zone, and you want to buy in the oversold zone, but don't be too hasty, don't be too anxious, because buying immediately when you get into the oversold zone generally is not a good thing. Generally, you will go lower. This is like half of the move in itself. You likely will make another move down, and that actually, looking at it, like, that looks pretty symmetrical to me. That would put us right around 28K, 28.2K, something like that. And I would expect that we go at least to there, if not lower. So just be aware of that, guys. Be aware of that. This rejection, man, right off the oversold zone, right off of areas where we found support before on the RSI, now we're rejecting it. I don't like it. Rejecting the daily 50 like this, I don't like it. The weekly is neutral, whatever. That's, it doesn't look half bad, to be completely fair. It doesn't look half bad. But maybe you come down to the 50 area. Maybe you have such a bad drop that this actually goes below the 50 area, but before the week's over, maybe this week or next week, before the week's over, it comes back up and it closes above the 50. Psychs people out, makes them think, oh no, this is a double top, we're going to go lower than this low. I very much doubt that we go lower than this low, guys. But I do think we go lower from here. I do think we've probably got another $1,000 to $2,000 of a drop left in this move before we see any kind of turnaround. And it'll probably happen soon. It doesn't have to. Bitcoin did just meander for a month at the tops like this. It could take its time. It really could take its time to move down. So we'll just keep an eye on it, pay attention until then. But right now things are definitely looking bearish. We have yet to have bearish confirmation, in my opinion, but I feel pretty safe in calling this a breakout to the downside. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night. Take care.